Walt Disney's Donald Duck and Santa Claus, a Mickey Mouse Club book. I also think it's a Little Golden book, I believe. Yeah, Little Golden book. It used to belong to Jay, it appears. It does not belong to Jay anymore. Let's see. Told by Annie North Bedford, adapted by Al Dempster. And this is from 1952. Ooh, that's a long time ago. All right, we know my Donald Duck voice is not great. I apologize. I will try my best. Donald Duck bent over a spread-out map, looking busy as he could. Wooden shoes, he murmured, and he made a mark on the map. Woolen socks, he muttered, and he made another mark. What in the world are you doing? Asked Mickey Mouse when he stepped in to call. I have a wonderful plan, said Donald. I decided to play a trick on Santa Claus with my supersonic plane. Look here, Donald said, with a wave at the map. On Christmas Eve, I'll fly around the world just ahead of Santa Claus. I'll hang up my stocking or set out a shoe. I've found out just what the children do in every country I touch, so Santa will leave me presents all around the world. And after Santa's been there, I'll drop back and pick them up. What a plane load of toys I'll have, Donald chuckled. Mickey shook his head. Santa Claus is smart. Don't you think he'll find you out? Never, scoffed Donald. Not with all the millions of kids. Well, good luck, said Mickey. Merry Christmas, Mickey. I'll ask you over to see all my toys, said Donald. The day before Christmas, away Donald flew in his plane that went faster than sound. He did not see the little elf who tucked himself into a corner of the cockpit and curled up there for a nap. Donald had a busy day. He left a sheaf of hay for Santa's reindeer beside a little Swedish house. He trimmed a Tannenbaum in Germany. He set out a wooden shoe in Holland, and sandals called zapatas in Spain. I believe that's the Spanish word for shoes is zapatos. So I think maybe that's sandals. He hung up specially long stockings. He wrote letters to Santa and burned them in the fireplaces so Santa would think he lived in the houses. And he never saw that little elf, who skipped along behind him wherever he went and scampered back into the plane just before he flew away. By the time Donald finished his travels, Christmas Eve was over, all around the world. Donald had just time for a nap and lunch, and he had to take off again to pick up his Christmas loot. The little elf had not paused to sleep. He hurried straight to the North Pole to turn in his report. Santa looked serious as he glanced down at the list the elf had brought. He murmured, fingering his beard. Looks as if this young man needs to be taught a lesson. And then off went the reindeer, off went the sleigh. Another Merry Christmas was on its way. Let's see if Rudolph is part of this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope, I think that's just the original 8 reindeer. When Donald came around on his pickup trip, it was clear that Santa Claus had been around too. Wherever he stopped, children were racing about with new sleds, new mittens, new toys of all kinds. Here was the house in Sweden where Donald had left the sheaf of wheat for Santa's reindeer. There was nothing in its place that looked like a toy. Just a bundle of switches for a naughty boy. At another stop, in his stocking's toe, Donald found nothing but a lump of coal. So it went around the world. A couple of times he found an elf-sized note saying, Wrong address, see Donald Duck, Dopey Drive, Hollywood. When he landed at the airport near his home, all Donald wanted was to sneak into his house without anyone seeing him, especially Mickey Mouse. But Mickey and Minnie came running to meet him as he turned towards his house. "Merry Christmas, Donald," they cried. "We thought you'd never get home to open all those packages waiting inside." "Packages?" cried Donald. "For me?" There were lots of presents and a big Christmas tree, but there was a note from Santa too. "Dear Donald," it said, "whatever you do, remember, Santa Claus is watching you." And that's the end. Good night. I love you.